everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how's it going, man?
Chilling, man. Can't really complain. Getting used to this, little bit of chillier weather. About to have a nor'easter and shit.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah, don't bother me. New York City don't really get hit by that stuff, even though I'm a little bit north of it.
I was going to say, you usually just get wind and rain.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if we weren't as advanced as we were and have like the irrigation system and like the sewer system that we have here to get rid of all the water, there are times we would definitely flood. But we have subways, we have trains, we have so much other stuff that has to fill up with water that all have levees.
Oh, do they really?
Well, yeah, there are, like, there's a way, because if you
I'm
walk
not trying to sound dumb, I just didn't know.
Yeah, no, there are pumps that, like, say, like, when you walk through Manhattan, you'll see, like, the open grates to the subway. The way that they stop a lot of that water there is there's pumps there that will pump the water out. Just it has to really be pouring for a long period of time for that to start overflowing. It does happen, but not very often.
I'm about to say few and far between.
But when it does, bro, that's when it's like Noah's Ark outside.
You got to get your rowboat out.
Oh, bro, there's some days, like, I've seen the train get shut down because the track had filled up with water. Like, the track was almost up to the track level.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Because it had poured torrentially the entire night. It was it was like a August night into day. Yeah, it was bad. Just pure humidity and everything shut down.
That would be scary to, like, you know, if you're going down to get on a train, to be in that, like, high level of water.
Yeah. Once they pulled into the station, because the station was kind of at the bottom of a hill, I guess. So all the water had kind of filled up there. And that was the low point. So, yeah.
Okay.
Once the train pulled in, it couldn't pull back out. And the train raised the level so much.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. Especially with all that live electricity, yeah.
Hell yeah. Before we get rolling tonight, don't forget to follow our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at ASC Pods. You can find our entire catalog on B Plus Player Radio, at B Plus Radio on Twitter. And don't forget to check out our sponsors over at Too Sweet Magazine. You can find them on Twitter at 2TOO Sweet Mag. Now, a lot of stuff happened this week.
Yeah. On a serious note, Monday was kind of a sad day and a rude awakening to, like, the fact that cancer can strike anybody at any time.
Totally. It doesn't discriminate.
And if anybody out there has been living under a rock and doesn't know what we're talking about, Monday night on Raw, Roman Reigns came out and announced that he's been living with leukemia for 11 years.
Which is insane.
Yep. And that he had defeated it once, and he had relapsed. And it came back.
Yeah, which was really sad to see. And it was kind of like a teaching lesson to my son, because he's like, oh, he said he's going to come back very, very soon and be back stronger than ever. I said, but I was like, just because he's saying that doesn't legitimately mean it's going to happen. I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I was like, you don't know that. You know what I mean? That's a serious fucking deal.
Yeah. It gives a good face for it. Like, look, he's fighting through it. You know, I mean, it's. I don't think anything bad can come out of that.
No.
You know, it's just it's sad, and apparently, I read enough things where people kind of confirmed that nobody knew what he was going to say when he went out there.
Yeah, because I was just reading something that Sasha Banks said,
Yes. Yeah,
and
I read that one this morning.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and she said like everyone was just like watching the monitors, and they didn't know what was going to happen, so that had to be like a holy shit kind of thing for them too.
Yeah, and the amount of things that I've seen come out, like it really, not that I ever thought bad of Roman, but it really like wow, this is a good dude.
Like it reinforces the fact when he says like it's my yard, tongue in cheek, but like it's legitimately he's the locker room leader.
Yeah, did you see what Aleister Black put up?
Yes, I read that. That was a really cool thing.
Well, there was that, and there was some indie guy, like he may be somebody important, he may not be, because I've never heard of him. But he said that he was looking for a pair of boots, and he contacted Seth, and like because he knew he was broke, so he wanted to know if Seth had any cheap boots, and he said that Roman of all people had a pair of boots that he probably would be able to, would be willing to sell, and the guy asked how much because he was so broke. Roman ended up giving it to him for free because he was a quote unquote good brother,
Well,
according to Seth.
that's really cool.
So the guy basically said, like, you don't know me from a hole in the wall, but if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had boots for my first major match.
That's awesome.
So I mean, like little things like that, it's well,
Well,
I may
and
not be in the business, like
yeah.
I can understand like how big of a deal that is.
Well, and it's just cool to see. I mean, it sucks that it had to be this to have it happen, but it's like you basically seen every wrestler, major wrestler come out, no matter what company they're in, and send him, good vibes or whatever.
Well, because above and beyond anything else, wrestlers in general
It's a
is
brotherhood.
yes. So there are very few things that bind both teams to, like, you know what I mean? Like, real life thing is one of those. So when something happens in that very small group of people, it's felt like a family. Whether or not you know them or not, because there's just that common respect for being.
I thought it was really cool that I don't know if you saw it. New Japan's Twitter sent out like love to him, which I thought was really cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, Tamatonga came out with something. There were a lot that I was just like, oh, that's so, like, it's so cool to see.
Oh, I agree. And you're absolutely right, Lance. He said no one ever knows the good that these guys do. It's just the way news is. They always focus on the negative.
Yeah, no, you're completely right.
Yeah, I agree with that. But it's just amazing. Like, there's not a lot of things in this world that can stun me or shock me anymore. That was one of them.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I was caught off guard by that when he said my real name is Joe. I was like, ooh, this is going to be something serious. I had no idea because I knew he was quote unquote injured because he hadn't worked all weekend.
Yeah, everybody knew he was injured. That if you read, reports, he hadn't worked. So they must have found out in the last week or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is crazy to think about because now, on the business side of things, it changes everything.
Yeah, it genuinely does. He was such a big part of everything.
Well, of what they do, because, whether you like him or you don't like him, he's their number one merch seller.
Yeah, he truly is.
And he kind of reminds me of Cena in the sense of he's a very polarizing figure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know how you felt about it. We didn't talk about this off air, but them kind of turning Elias into a good guy now.
I think that was one of the smarter things um, they can do because I think people were beginning to lose interest, other than that one thing he said in Seattle, but that's understandable. Seattle hasn't had a bad, like, that's a very touchy subject.
That was some serious, like, I want to kick your ass heat.
But I also think he could get over very well as a babyface. I genuinely do.
I think he already really has, and they've been trying to fight it.
Yeah, no, I think this is a very wise decision for them.
Well, and it's kind of easy to do to hate on Corbin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's someone that I feel is genuinely not liked.
Um, I think he's perfect for the role he has.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I love him in this role.
Here's a question. Did you ever listen to his EP? Or I guess it's considered an EP because he put out like 4 songs.
I heard some songs. They weren't bad.
Yeah, I actually liked them.
Yeah, remember I sent them to you?
Yeah. My memory is bad, but I remember you sent me some.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And not all my genre of music or my taste in music, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, like it just it works, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't awful.
Yeah, I used to listen to it quite regularly. That reminds me. I'm curious to see where they go with it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but I think him and Corbin, I think that was the perfect way to go.
And now it's almost like they moved Braun back to a good guy.
Yeah, you noticed that too?
Yep.
Yeah,
This is why when he did the turn, was it last week?
what, back to babyface?
Yeah, where he beat up Ziggler.
See, I didn't even see that as a babyface turn again. I just seen that him being more of a heel.
Well, no, I was gonna say that, but my thinking is, it makes me wonder if they knew then about the stuff with Roman, because it eventually led to a full-fledged turn for Strowman on Monday.
Oh, I don't know.
That's just a guess, though. But because it looks like they're gonna start putting McIntyre in the title picture, which I'm completely fine with.
Yeah, I'll be okay with that, and I hope they give the title to Strowman.
Yeah, that would be a big deal for him to win that, especially from Brock now, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I tend to agree, Lance. He thinks they never should have turned him heel because he was like the people were really behind him.
Who, Braun?
Yeah.
I don't think he lost that many people, though. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he really lost that many people. I think
Lance said in the chat, he said it's $3 million for Brock to get pinned.
that sounds about right.
Hey, Brock might be a lot of things, but I think he knows how to do good business.
Yeah, because Brock wants to keep making more money.
Exactly. Not that he needs it, for God's sakes.
Yeah, he won't. Yeah, he wants to keep that option open for as long as possible, especially once he gets waxed in the UFC. But now, what's weird is Cormier is fighting somebody else before the Lesnar fight.
Yeah, because Lesnar can't get cleared till what, January?
But that's when I thought they were going to do the fight. But now they're like, cause Derek Lewis just fought. Like, I'm surprised he's able to fight in a little less than a month. I'm very surprised.
Did he get beat up badly?
He got beat up for 5 rounds and ended up hitting the guy with or
Oh,
three
that
rounds.
guy. Okay.
Yeah, he got the shit kicked out of him for the entire fight and won in the last 15 seconds. But that's all it takes, bro. That's really all it takes.
Here you go. Lance said he needs a bigger wall for his Fort Knox in Manitoba.
What Fort Knox?
Brock.
Oh yeah.
For his giant house that he has in Canada now.
Yeah, he's a. I don't know, but
we got to talk about the other big thing that happened that I never saw coming, and they did it really well. I think the best thing they might have done all year was Dean turning on Seth.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of that. I know there were some people who were not, but I think that was done perfectly.
I think the old adage is you have to strike while the iron is hot.
Yes. And I think that was the perfect time to do it because nobody was expecting it whatsoever.
And especially because it was a super emotional thing that happened early in the show, and then it's like, boom, and you leave people just stunned. Like, I don't know, I rewatched it on YouTube, and you see when Dean is like beating the crap out of Seth near the timekeeper's table, and one fan's like trying to grab him and yelling like, why? And I'm like, I feel like that's how a lot of people felt.
I popped huge when I saw that happen. I was so ready for that.
Yeah. And the other like little nuances that they did with that, I mentioned this to somebody else, where after Michael Cole says, no, not tonight or not this night, after that, they were silent. They didn't say another word.
What, the
announcers.
Oh, interesting.
Like, just let it happen. You know what I mean? And I like it when they do that.
Yes. Yeah, you don't have to over-commentate it.
Yeah. And for the way Seth sold getting DDT'd on the concrete was, like, really well done.
Oh, Seth is amazing, so.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly, Lance. He said he feels that Ambrose is just one of those people that fits better as a heel.
Oh, absolutely.
That it just doesn't work as him as a face.
Oh, I think they've been fine with him as a face, but I think it's more natural for him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's just a better bad guy.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
I'm really curious to see where they go. I don't know if you saw this. They already announced for the show at MSG the day after Christmas now. It's going to be him and Seth in a cage.
Yes, I just saw that.
I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, that'll be good.
I hope they let them kind of be a little more violent.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like crazy, but you get what I'm saying.
Yep. Just let them go a bit. But yeah, when they're in MSG, they usually do.
There was some, oh, that's what I was going to say, because you know how people are saying, like, why would Dean turn and all this stuff? I always said when he turned, it should be just like they did on Seth, because Seth originally turned on them.
And
then do the whole thing where, I never trusted you from the beginning when we, like, reformed and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? That kind of deal.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think that would work really well.
No, I could definitely see that.
Now, one of the other big things we got to talk about, it came out, it was either today or yesterday, that WWE finally put out a press release saying that they are going to Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel.
Yeah, politically I think it's awful, but they do have a contract that they have to honor. Legally, they can't just.
Give them the
Well,
bird and not show up.
yeah, because that opens them up to civil lawsuits here in the States.
My thinking is, and me and you have discussed this privately, they'll do this show, and I'm pretty sure lawyers are already like working back channels to try to get them out of that deal.
I I hope so.
That would be my guess, that they're going to do this one because they have to, because there's no way to get out of it right now, and then afterwards not go back.
Yeah, I can understand them definitely trying to get out of this. Like that makes sense.
I'm really curious to see what happens, because the big reports are that Cena's said he's not going to go. Daniel Bryan said he's not going to go, and he's in one of the main matches on the card. And I believe Ambrose was another one that refused.
I didn't hear that about Ambrose.
I heard a rumor.
From Meltzer or from Facebook?
Meltzer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm intrigued to see what they do, because we had talked about this. I remember you said this weeks ago, that if there was one person that would cause them to pull out, it would be John Cena saying no.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess they're gonna find a way around John Cena being there. But what I think is funny is these reports started coming out before Monday, and they had that promo with Kurt Angle talking about everybody he's gonna face, and Cena was still mentioned.
Interesting.
But I thought that was a pretty well done promo. Like all over Raw, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, one of the better ones in recent memory.
And I do believe it's because people were on an emotional ride. People, I think, forgot what it was like to be a fan during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, where you were just emotionally invested.
Where sometimes you really turned off Raw, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, I said a lot of people, especially younger people, don't know what that's like, because I always remember that growing up we were in high school. You would want to watch the end of both Raw and Nitro and be like, oh my god, and you wonder for the whole week what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just not like that anymore.
Yeah, you don't get that.
No, you get some kind of bullshit like mini resolution at the end of every episode now. I can hear you, Shane.
Yeah, he's trying to bear hug me.
No, that's not a hug.
Go on.
Hey, Jason.
Go on.
I'm not Jason.
Yeah, that's not Jason.
I didn't know.
You hear me? I didn't know. But what the hell was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
Oh, we hoots noot hoots ant moot.
Oh yeah, with Crown Jewel. If Cena doesn't go, I wonder who they put in.
I don't know. Who the fuck do you replace John Cena with?
Conquistador number 2.
It really may be.
I don't know. I'm just being dramatic.
I don't know. The last time they went there, they picked a random fucking sumo wrestler for Yokozuna. So who knows who they pick?
It'll be that giant dude that's in NXT.
Oh, fucking Baba.
Babatunde.
Yeah, there you go. Baba Tunde.
There you go, Lance. That's right. I forgot. He said it's going to be Hulk Hogan because he's already said he's working the show.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Fucking.
Let me no, hold on. Let me rephrase. Not working the show. He's going to be on the show.
That's fucking awful. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
That would be funny. But yeah, he can't wrestle no more.
Oh God, no. He better not. I'm not okay with that. Fuck out of here. Hulk Hogan wrestling in 2018, almost 2019.
Yeah, because he's like 65.
Like, fuck. Old ass Hulk Hogan.
But no, that would be. I would be intrigued to see that Babatunde wrestle again.
Yeah, Bubba Tunde versus Jeff Hardy. What?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's somebody that you're okay with putting in with some of your best all time.
Lance said Hogan's going to walk. He's going to do a walk-in limp attack.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Huh. Lance says, as a legitimate person, Batista.
I doubt it.
Speaking of which,
You
I
don't
do.
think they'd want to hype that up more?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and I think they're planning seats for him and Trips at Mania.
Yeah. So
Because
I
that
don't
was
know.
super awkward. Him and Batista there.
Yeah, that really was just like, what's going on here? I was like, is he drunk? Is he going into business for himself? Like, well, what's going on here? So,
Oh, I just remembered. There's some other news that Alexa Bliss is not going to work Evolution on Sunday because she's injured.
well, has that been confirmed?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
because I think that's why they had Alicia Fox out there this past week.
Well, yeah, I haven't heard it confirmed. I heard that that was a contingency plan.
Okay. And something's wrong with Samoa Joe. I haven't heard what the injury is, but he's apparently injured.
I think it's like what Sasha Banks had, like post concussion syndrome kind of stuff. It's head stuff, but they
Yeah,
don't think
that
it's going to be
reminds
long
me,
term.
man. If she was wrestling with that, that's pretty screwed up.
I mean, there's no like actual test you can take for
Post concussion syndrome.
or for a concussion in general. Like, there's only like you have a concussion test that doesn't guarantee that you don't have one.
Well, that's true too.
You know, so I mean, it's only as much as like if it's not bad, if she doesn't let nobody know, then
Yeah,
Like,
she
I know
could be
they're
like
supposed to
Daniel
go-
Bryan, where he was hiding them.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's. I also don't know if she's how many crazy bumps she's taken. That's not to diminish what she does, but I don't know how many crazy bumps she's actually taking.
Yeah, and I agree with you. You don't want to diminish, but I don't think she's taken that many.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, well, she's not that big to be. Again, look, bump is a bump. I'm not diminishing taking a bump. Just
Well, I will say this, not to cut you off. She needs to stop doing those dives. She's gonna really hurt herself doing them.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, just so people don't end up jumping down my throat, I just mean she doesn't work the kind of style that Daniel Bryan did, where just his own moves put him at risk.
Yeah, where it's more of an unsafe style.
Yeah, which I mean, like at times Sasha can be very unsafe.
Like I'm saying, the dives where like you've seen her like really, almost like an accordion to her neck.
Yeah,
Like, really like cringe-worthy type stuff.
Yeah, no, she's had a couple where I've been very like, oh shit, is she gonna walk? And then a lot of them had just been sloppy, like with like her knees hitting the rope, which again, I can't do that. I'm not being critical, but I'm also not trying to jump out of like a ring onto somebody to do it. Like you know what I mean?
Totally.
So
I mean, are you gonna watch the pay-per-view on Sunday?
yeah, I have no reason not to.
I might watch some, clips here and there. I'll probably have it on. And I hate saying this, it's either going to be, one or the other, really good or really not good.
Yeah, but you should give it a chance. If
Oh,
you're
I
willing
will.
to
I'll
go
have
see
it
a whole
on.
bunch of indie guys, least you could do is give like professionals a chance. You know what I mean?
That's true. I've been to some shows where there's like 30 people.
Yeah, I mean it's like even if you enjoy that stuff more, I mean like you're gonna get quality wrestling stuff. Plus it's historic, like it's history.
That's true. It makes
So,
me wonder if we'll see Trish and Lita again. But I have my doubts after this.
apparently they're supposed to stick around for a little bit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Um, I think they're gonna introduce the tag titles at the pay-per-view.
Oh, really?
Because apparently they were giving out "We want women's tag title" signs at Raw
Huh.
and SmackDown.
Oh, that's the other thing we got to talk about. I just remembered. Because it aired this past Wednesday, was Gargano's turn.
Oh, that's right. He turned heel. I'm interested to see where it goes.
If they put DIY back together as a heel tag team, I like the name you came up with.
Did it ourselves? Yeah, DIO.
I think they could get away with it if they put like little periods in between.
Yeah, I think it would be great. I would love to see a heel version of them.
Like I mentioned to you, I think it would be great, and then maybe you could, and this is going really indie because not most people know who this is. You could have Aleister Black bring back to fight them the Sumerian Death Squad.
I don't even know who that is.
It's his old tag partner that was on the Indies when he used to work over in Germany and Holland.
I think WWE is just going to hire this
Oh,
random
I'm not
guy
saying
nobody knows
him.
about.
I'm not saying him specifically, but just put the group back together. I would be intrigued to see that.
Oh, but do you think anybody would know about that?
No, but if they're gonna team back up, he's gonna need somebody.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's another one I didn't see coming.
What?
Gargano turning.
Yeah, no, me neither. But they've had so long to think about this. I'm sure, like they're confident with where this is gonna go.
Because I almost kind of feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he's like the NXT version of Daniel Bryan in a way.
Yeah, but I also think that NXT fans are also smart enough to also understand the good heel. Not like WWE. Feel like I don't know how to put it. It's like yes.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like they'll still appreciate him as a bad guy because they're appreciating him, not necessarily as a good guy.
No, I get it.
I mean, like, yes, he's beloved like Daniel Bryan, which makes the heel turn even more painful,
Yeah,
which I think is awesome.
I like the idea because I think he's the only one that you could have used to make it have that effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's no one else really in NXT that you'd be like, oh my god. And that's not a knock on any, all the other talent in there. But I just think if you want like the bang for your buck, that's the guy you want to do that to shock people.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm just curious to see where they go with it.
Yeah, NXT has been getting really good, so.
Especially because Riddle's debuting, I think it's this coming week.
Well, that's good
it's
then.
either this Wednesday or the following. And then Keith Lee's been on there regularly. So they got some studs down there, man.
Yeah, no, NXT is definitely taking off.
And now that they got the NXT UK, which is a fun show to watch. I've watched that.
Yeah, I've been watching the Mae Young. I haven't watched the second NXT yet.
I watched the first episode, which was cool. And it's kind of like, they got their own thing now where they don't have to be pigeonholed, like make room for them on the regular NXT show. Like they always have room now.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they got way too much talent to try to fit on just an hour show.
For the NXT, for the UK?
Both.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it'll be fun that they're going to do War Games again this year.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for that.
Because that might have been the best match in NXT last year.
Yeah, that was kind of insanity.
And the one thing I liked about it, and if you don't follow wrestling for a long time, you wouldn't know this, but the old War Games matches used to be when the last person got in there, within like 3 to 5 minutes, the match was over.
Yeah.
Like this one, it's like it didn't just wrap up very quickly after the last person got in. Like they went another like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, if not longer, with all people in the cage.
It was carnage. It was great.
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna like it because there's no roof on it." Didn't need it. They were able to do spots off the top of it that made the match. It wasn't flippy do nonsense.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, I felt that way. Where I was like, I'm not really liking the thing. The cage isn't closed in. But then after I watched the match, I'm like, well, I'm gonna eat crow because them having it open helped make it far more interesting.
Yeah.
But I think that's more of the wrestling purist in me, where you don't like seeing change.
Yeah. But things have to change over time.
That's true too. And like I said, once you see it, then you're like, oh, okay, well that makes sense, I was just reading before we got on air that Cody's last dates for Ring of Honor, contracted dates, are this coming, the cruise.
Really?
That those are his last contracted Ring of Honor dates.
Well, did you hear about his Twitter thing? Where somebody asked him if he can have anybody join the Bullet Club, who would it be? And he said he's not in the Bullet Club anymore.
No, I didn't see that.
He said that's Jay's thing now. I'm not with them anymore.
As in Jay White?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, I kind of have a feeling that that's where they were going. That they're going to get away from them
Wait, what happened?
and let like the OGs and
Oh
the
yeah,
all those guys have it now.
yeah, because I think even the Bucks have kind of pulled away from the Bullet Club.
Yep, their last shirts all came out recently with Bullet Club on it.
Wait, their last Bullet Club shirt?
Yeah,
And does it say Bullet Club on it?
yep. They said it's the last one that's going to be made. All of them said it. That's going to have Bullet Club on it.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, because all those guys are kind of steering away from it.
Yeah, well, I wonder if they all end up in NXT.
Wouldn't that be shocking?
Oh, yeah, that would definitely be something, bro. I wouldn't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I just personally can't see it happening. And the only reason I say it is I feel like Cody and them want to kind of just do what they want when they want, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's just what they say in interviews. So you
That,
really can't you
that's
can't
true
go.
too.
I mean, the truth is, none of us know what they really want.
No, unless you're in the inner circle.
Yeah, I mean, like they may not know what they want right now.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
still got 2 months to decide.
no, I mean it's they could go any way they choose. So it's they may have an idea of what they want to do, and apparently, like there is no truth to the Chris Jericho wrestling uh, company,
Okay.
because apparently, like right after we recorded last week, I read it was like Jericho's like, "Oh, I'm having a company." That's absolute news to me.
I did see that.
And a whole bunch of people were like, "No," and I think the Bucks came out and were like, "What are you talking about?" So,
Yeah, just have to wait and see what happens.
so you want to go over the pay-per-view listing for Evolution?
Yeah, hang on 1 second, and I'll pull it up. You just reminded me.
Because
Get
I'm
it.
actually fairly excited for this. I mean, it's going to give a uh, chance to show how far wrestling has come for women, that they get their own show. Now, granted, there are much more talented women than the ones that are going to be featured in this pay-per-view. But the fact that WWE fans are going to get to know these women is a sign of things beginning to change.
Yeah, that's true. All right, there's 8 matches here. I'll just run right through them. We have Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Natalia going up against the Riot Squad.
I honestly could see um, it happening for either group. Because like that would be a huge good thing for the Riot Squad to have, like a victory over them. But Sasha and Bailey need to be doing something. So I don't know. Who do you got?
Oh man, this is a tough one because I would like to see the Riot Squad win to kind of give them some momentum. But if you held like a gun to my head, I would say Sasha and Bailey and Natalia win.
Okay.
That's how I'll go with if like you made me, I'd say Sasha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Riot Squad.
All right. They haven't announced participants that I know of. Hold on, they're making a liar out of me.
Oh, there's been a bunch of names.
Yeah, it's a 20 women battle royal.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of names.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. As I scrolled down, I just saw it. The entrants as of this moment are Tamina, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Molly Holly, and Zelina Vega.
That's 21 people, so WWE can't count.
Yeah.
What's probably going to happen is Alicia Fox is going to be shifted,
Yeah,
and it'll still be a 20 woman.
probably. Who do you think wins?
Huh. I don't know. It could be some random person like how Naomi won the first one. I don't know. Amber Moon.
I'll say. Let's see here. This is tough because you're just like you have no idea. I'll go Asuka.
Yeah.
All
And if I was going to pick a legend, Alundra Blaze, but she'll probably be the first one eliminated.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bro, I wish China was alive.
Yeah. It sucks,
'Cause
man.
I'd be hype as fuck for seeing her at Evolution.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Trish Stratus and Lita going up against, as of this moment, Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
I don't know. I think if it stays with Alexa and Mickey, I could actually see. Maybe not. I'm gonna go with Lita and Trish.
I kind of feel that way too, even though it would be cool to see them kind of give Bliss and Mickey some love.
Well, Mickey doesn't really need that kind of love.
No,
She's
more
been around
so
just-
Bliss than anything. Would be kind of cool to see. All right, next we have the Mae Young Classic Finals, which is Io Shirai against Toni Storm.
No. I don't know. I'm gonna go with
This is going to be fantastic, by the way.
yes. I want to go with Io Shirai.
That's how I kind of, yeah, I kind of feel that way too. But that being said, I wouldn't be shocked if Toni Storm won either.
Yeah, no, I guess because spoiler alert for the next 10 seconds. Isn't she the second person who was supposed to be in the match for the NXT UK title?
Yes,
So technically, she was going to be in 2 matches in one night.
I believe so.
So I don't know if they give her the title and then have her lose on TV.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, so
I have to wait and see. All right, next we have Kairi Sane defending the NXT Women's title against Shayna Baszler.
I think Kairi Sane retains.
I do too. I thought their match they had where Kairi won the title was really well done.
Yeah, so did I.
All right, next we have Becky Lynch defending the SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte Flair in a last woman standing match.
I hope Becky retains.
I do too, and I think I probably stated this before. I'm not a fan of last man or woman standing matches.
Okay.
Because like they do the dramatic like 9 and then they'll like kind of shimmy up somehow to get up before 10. Like that gets annoying after a while.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. I'm pulling for Becky because I don't think she's hotter than she's ever been right now.
No, and I think she's perfect. So
I agree. And last but certainly not least, Ronda Rousey defending the Raw Women's title against Nikki Bella.
Rousey.
I think she's gonna rip her in half.
I hope so. I hope it's their way to get her off. They can get them off TV again.
Yeah, they just do nothing for me.
You know, me neither. So.
All right, before we get out of here, what do you have planned this weekend?
Red Dead Redemption.
That's all you're doing all weekend?
That's it.
That sounds
My wife is going away tomorrow morning. Won't be back till Sunday. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
So you're gonna be like one of those guys that has like the sleep rings under his eyes and shit from playing constantly.
No.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I still like my sleep, but that's all I plan on doing.
I'm just gonna take it easy this weekend with the storm and everything, and watch some football on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you in fantasy.
Yes, same to you, sir. But
I'm being killed in that league anyway. So.
All right, we're gonna get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we'll see you back next week. Have a good night, everybody.